subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Everybody come on through. And let's get it popping, ladies and gentlemen. All right. How are you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? The lovely holiday. And the holiday I'm talking about is Reparations. On this lovely Reparations holiday, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you are spending time with the family, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get started, because we are going to take calls early to chop up game with the family, let me shout out to some of the regulars in here real quick. Some of the regular players and playettes who tune in and chop it up with us. What's up, Deuce? I see Deuce down there. See Mr. E and J in the building. I see Renee. I see Vic, Delmont, Melanin. I see FBA News. I see who else? We got a lot of people. Reba. I see Seven. I see Zuri. I see Black Lady D in the building. I see Detroit's Last Line of Defense. I see Ty CMBL, Maroc, Rhonda, Ty Powell, Sexy D, the Atavist in the building. I see We Are Not the Same in the building. Aryan God in Sheet in the building. Hoodoo, Nikki the God, Juicy, McCall, and Brother Different, Solon, the Tethernator, and the Truth Teller. All right. So we're in the building. We're going to get some calls early, ladies and gentlemen. Want to hear what's on everybody's mind. Last night was a doozy. The episode we did last night where the white women were calling up. Oh man, that's y'all will see the playback tomorrow on my YouTube channel. That was a doozy. That was a major doozy. But I hope everybody's having a great time for the holidays. I hope you guys are going to be safe out here for the holidays. And again, we're celebrating Aretasase. That's our foundational Black American holiday where we give honor and praise to our foundational Black American ancestors who used this time of year, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of foundational Black Americans, when they were enslaved, they used the Christmas holiday around this time, the beginning and around after Christmas. They use this as an opportunity to arise, and that's what Aretasase means in Tut language. That means arise. They would rise up to freedom. They would get their freedom. Harriet Tubman took many of her trips around the Christmas holiday. They understood that the plantation system was a little more laxed. The slave owners and the overseers would be away with their families in many cases. So that gave our enslaved family an opportunity to go out here and break loose and get on up out of there. Shout out to them using their ingenuity. They would go to the swamps, and the swamp was a major sector of the Underground Railroad. They would also go down to Florida when Florida was a Spanish territory. That's why they had to make the state of Georgia a state, or the territory that became Georgia. They made that a state because so many people were going down to Florida. And when they talk about the Underground Railroad, they always talk about them going to Canada and places like that, so they can really give props to some of the white abolitionists who were assisting. You did have some white abolitionists who helped out, but for the most part, we were freeing ourselves because the real Underground Railroad was the swamps, particularly the Great Dismal Swamp. That's how Harriet Tubman was able to go back and forth without being detected. She would go through that swamp. She had connections there. And that was a no man's land for the white supremacists. That was a place that white supremacists couldn't go. We talk about that extensively in our film, American Maroon. So definitely go watch the movie American Maroon. You can get that at american-maroon.com or Amazon. But we got a phenomenal history. It's very important for us to know our history and discuss our history and big up our history and give honor to the people who sacrificed for us. We got to understand our ancestors were putting in some work so that we would be good. They were going through the hardships of fighting these beasts and trekking through the wilderness trying to get their freedom, thinking about the future. They were thinking about us. So it's only right that we honor them. And the thing is, when we honor our folks as foundational Black Americans, if you notice, family, we're the only group of people who are deemed radical for honoring ourselves. You notice that? Whenever we start talking about just us and just doing something for us, everybody loses their mind. Hispanics, when they want to advocate for the Hispanic community and talk about Hispanic history, it's not a problem. When the Asian community want to talk about Asian issues and the Asian history and Asian pride and have their Asian museums and all, there's not a problem. All of these other groups, even Caribbeans, when they have Caribbean Day Parade, nobody's tripping. You understand? When they have, they're giving props to Nigeria and Uganda and there's never a problem. Remember at the HBCUs, they were having the African takeovers. Y'all remember that a few years ago? They were doing that at the HBCUs. Some of the African students were doing African takeovers. You see? So all of these different ethnic groups, they can acknowledge their history and they can advocate for their groups. When the Arab community, when they want to advocate for the Arabs, and that's another thing, the Arabs, they got some kind of what was that designation they got on the census form? It was like MENA, MENA, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The Arab community, they wanted their own ethnic designation on the census forms. And from what I understand, they're going to have a specific ethnic designation for a lot of the Arabs and Middle Easterners. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember exactly what the letters are, but I think it's ME, Middle Eastern National American, something like that. I'm kind of paraphrasing that. But nobody really had a problem with that. When they advocate for themselves, when they advocate for their group, their ethnicity, and what they're supposed to get, and talk about their history,
You
and then
niggas
have
hate us. What is this shit, niggas?
all of a sudden we hate everybody. You're a hate group. You're a cult, and we hear whining and crying. Well, damn that. That's what it is. We're looking out for ourselves. We were looking out for our ethnic group. We're looking out for our lineage. And if it's all right when everybody else does it, it's going to be all right when we do it. We're playing past all of those janky criticisms and all of that dart throwing. Everybody wants to throw darts at us if we don't put the cape on for people. When nobody puts the cape on for us. Right, Halo? Let me get Halo in here. Let's get Halo in here. Right, Halo? Halo does a lot of Democrat shielding, but hey, what's up, Halo? Am I saying something correct or not, brother?
The word too as well, because plenty of the followers here are definitely
So,
and yeah.
so we're because we want to look out for ourselves.
Oh no, you just because they believe anything y'all say. Y'all leaders, even though y'all claim not to be leaders.
We're not.
Yeah, I mean it's just facts,
Nobody,
bro.
no. I mean, just because you, the whole I'm a tether and I say so, that doesn't work. I don't want nobody following me. So I ain't nobody's leader. Don't follow me at
Man,
all.
you are a leader, man.
I'm
Stop
not.
it. Stop it.
How am
Come
I a
on,
leader?
man.
And I done told people not to follow me. How am I a leader?
Because I mean, listen, man. What makes you
I,
a leader? If you just provide the space for people to come up here and talk, cool. I get it. You raise your hand like everybody else, but no, you are absolutely a leader. You just don't want responsibility.
I'm not a
So I
leader.
call you out on that.
How am I a leader?
Like, be real. You don't want the responsibility if everything goes
I'm
wrong.
not responsible for anything because I'm not a leader of anything. I'm not
Of
responsible for
course.
a damn thing. What am I responsible for?
Protect yourself legally. I got it. But
What
at the end of the
legally
day,
from what?
people look up to you, the shepherd. All right, leading
What am I responsible for? What and who am I
you're
responsible for?
responsible. Well, let me tell you what you're responsible. You're responsible for what you say. It does affect people's lives. They believe what you say, and but that's just part of their rotation. They choose to be. It wasn't born that way. They just choose to be because they believe it. I want to know.
They believe in their own lineage and their because they believe their own lineage and they believe that they are of this soil and no generic Africans.
Do the DNA test. They right there will tell you exactly who they are. If everybody believes that somehow, okay, we had more black people here than Native Americans, all right, and just say that it will be such a small number. It's impossible for all these people who claim to be foundational black Americans.
That's you're just babbling. That's tether babble. We're not generic Africans. Do you understand that? That's either true or not true. We're not no damn generic Africans.
I think you guys are generic. Like, what exactly did any foundation Black Americans of old, our ancestors, who would you consider a foundation Black American? What did they do? What did they contribute? What inventions did they bring?
What are you talking about? We invented or had a hand in inventing damn near everything culturally American, almost everything. So what do you?
So technically, they were immigrants. Still, were immigrants. Technically, they were brought in, right? And they technically was
Oh,
tethers, in your opinion.
no. How are we immigrants?
Because this is my thing. How do y'all let some white folks over?
Oh,
If y'all was
no. Answer the question. How the hell are we immigrants?
because you came in just on the boat, just like everybody else did. All right.
No. We didn't go somewhere for a better damn life. That ain't immigration. No,
We
that
came in as slaves, like everybody else.
right. And mixed in with the black people who were already here. That makes us unique. And that ain't like everybody else.
How many? Where's the history? Where's the paperwork of? And look, I do believe black.
There's dozens and dozens of artifacts, archaeological evidence, firsthand accounts proving that's not even up for debate that there were black people on this land. The oldest fossils on this land, they show there was black people. That's not even up for debate. We always been on this land, and yes, we mixed in with the African brothers and sisters who were brought over during slavery, which was not immigration. Then there was an ethnogenesis, and we built the United States. We didn't immigrate to a damn country. There was no country to immigrate to. We had to build it from scratch.
All right, so I'm not going to sit here and debate and say that we weren't here, but the numbers. My thing is, what was the numbers
You weren't
that we were here?
out of this lineage. You weren't here at all. Now you immigrated here. Your family
No,
immigrated.
I wasn't. I'm here 300 years deep,
No,
bro.
no, Halo.
You don't put me in the Caribbean. You don't put me in Nigeria,
Halo, you are a tether, brother.
bro. I'm not I'm more black than you.
Oh,
I'm
so
more black than most of these people up in here. But I'm just saying they
you,
are absolutely, and they repeat it.
you are a tether with a capital T, sir. And you're not honest. You're very dishonest. You're not of this lineage. You're not. Do you think you're a generic African? Huh? Are you a generic African, Halo? Go ahead, Halo. And by the way, Halo was stumping hard for Kamala Harris, by the way. Only tethers do that. Halo, go ahead.
What does that have to do? Because I support my black people. You support white supremacists. So I mean, there's a difference. That's why listen. Anyway, what was your question?
No,
What
no,
was
no.
your
Who
question?
black? Wait. You support what black people? Who? Kamala Harris?
And now she ain't black, American black. What makes it? What? How? Okay. When do you not become a tether? Like how?
Tether babble. Let me get him out. I don't want to hear tether babble. Damn, he's just saying shit. The hell you talking about? We are not no generic Africans. We ain't no damn immigrants. We ain't immigrants in no sense of the word. We didn't leave somewhere to go to a better life where somebody else built up something where we can eat off of. That's what immigrants do. They leave somewhere, they see where the getting is good and go where the getting is good. We do not have an immigrant experience whatsoever. We had to get it all out the mud. We didn't bring over some other cultures. We had to create a brand new culture here. We had an ethnogenesis. We're the only group who had a whole ethnogenesis. Family, foundational Black Americans are the only true Americans. Let me say that one more time. Foundational Black Americans are the only true Americans because everything in our identity was gotten out the mud. Everything about us is American culture. That's why everything that is great about American culture, our fingerprints and our footprints are all over it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? That's either true or it's not true. That's why when you point to so many things and you peel back the layers, you see that our hands and our feet were in it. When you look at all of the music genres that are American, that's us. We created all of them. Many of the foods that are American, we created those. We had a hand in that. Many of the inventions, we had a hand in that. The agrarian society, the agriculture, we were coming up with a lot of innovations as far as that. Some of the healing and the medicinal properties, we were coming up with that. Some of the first, quote, doctors were the enslaved foundational Black Americans. We were the ones healing these people. Come on, man, we got to really understand our history here. We got to really understand our history. We ain't no damn immigrants at all. No, there was no country to go back to for sanctuary when shit got rough. See, that's what an immigrant can do. Like when they started getting on the Italians down in Louisiana, they lynched some Italians. Some Italians kind of did something that the white supremacists didn't like and they lynched them. Yeah, they could phone back to Italy and Italy can make some threats. Italy threatened the United States. They almost went to war. The US had to pay the families of those Italians off and apologize for lynching them. Yeah, we didn't have no backup country. We had to deal with these white supremacists on our own. So we had to build it up, man. We had to build that strength up. We had to build up our military mindset. That's why today we don't take no shit. That's why we're the only group of people who don't take no shit from these damn white supremacists like that. We'll step to them. We don't be giving a damn. We built that up over centuries. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we are looked at as a threat. They always have to look at us and keep the focus on us all the damn time. You know? Yeah, we ain't immigrants at all. And all that tether babble ain't gonna make us no damn immigrants. And I ain't a leader of nothing. I'm not a leader of no damn lineage. Your lineage is your lineage. There's no leader of a lineage. But get off that. Boys, this is what I'm saying. When we start talking about our history, the tether class, boy, they get all ruffled. They want us to be immigrants so bad. You know why? Because they want to piggyback off of us. If we are comparable to immigrants, that means they're going to be entitled to anything we get. Anything we get, hey, we all in this together. We all African people. We all of African descent. So anything that means anything we get, they get. But when they get something, boy, they corner that shit off and lock the damn gates on us. We can't touch none of their stuff. You notice that? When these other groups get something, boy, they throw the fence up on our ass. Boy, the minute we stick our hand out, like, get that hand back. Oh, this ain't for you now. Akata, this ain't for you. They start smacking our hands. We can't touch none of that stuff.
From New York Times best-selling author Tariq Nasheed comes Foundational Black American Race Baiter, the groundbreaking book shaking up the conversation on race in America. As one of the most influential voices for Black Americans today, Nasheed exposes the tactics used to manipulate, subjugate, and control Black communities. In this powerful read, Tariq Nasheed equips you with the knowledge to resist injustice and reclaim your narrative. Don't miss out on the book that's redefining the game. Foundational Black American Race Baiter, available now at officialfba.com. Get your copy today.